Walking downhill is always going to be a little bit harder on your knees than walking uphill. But in this video, we're going to talk about a couple of different ways in which you can work on strengthening to reduce the ground reaction forces, as well as a different technique that I use to lessen my pain when I'm walking downhill so I can try to keep up with my lovely wife who likes to hike, Elizabeth. So we're going to go over two different types of techniques, one in which puts a little bit more stress on the anterior part of the knee, and another way which doesn't put as much stress on the front part of the knee, and kind of walk you through biomechanically what's going on.
All right, I've slowed down the film to kind of prove a point here. Don't normally hike with my shorts being hiked up, but just to prove the point. I want you to notice how when I am walking downhill, this is how I don't want you to walk. And as I land in full knee extension, that puts an incredible amount of stress on the front or anterior part of the knee, which just contributes to the knee pain when we're going downhill. Also, I want you to notice the position of my foot. I'm not really having an exaggerated heel strike. And that's going to be one of the things that we talk about when I do want you to walk down a hill properly. That helps to absorb the ground reaction forces. So here again, I am landing with almost full extension going downhill, and that just adds to the tension on the front part of the knee. You notice right at heel strike, I have full extension, which we really want to try to avoid to try to lessen the impact going downhill. The biggest difference when you're walking downhill is to never let your knee go into full extension at heel strike. You want to try to keep that knee slightly bent. In order to do that, you're going to have to put some of your weight posteriorly, or it's almost like you're sticking your butt out just a little bit, and you're landing with heel strike. So in this example here, you can see I'm shortening up my stride. My knees are never in full extension when I land, and I'm digging in with my heel. What this does is it tends to take a little bit of the stress off the front of the knee and transfers it back to the posterior part of the knee, taking a little bit of the pressure off of your knees. Another tool I highly recommend, just to make hiking easier in general, just not on your knees, is to get trekking poles. And you would use the same technique for uphill and downhill, just to take a little bit of the pressure off of your spine, off of your knees when you're hiking, especially if you have a backpack. Now let's talk about strengthening. So the stronger we can get our legs, the less ground reaction forces are absorbed by our knees. In this example here, I'm working the anterior tibialis by kind of slowly pulling up on both feet, pausing at the top and coming back down. That works the front part of the shin. Then we're going to get into just single leg lifts and a little pause at the top, and then make sure that you add single leg on both, so that way there's not any cheating if there's any weakness. And then a basic lower extremity squat. So adding a basic lower extremity strengthening program 2 to 3 times a week will greatly improve your hiking efficiency as well as reduce knee pain.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this helps your anterior or front of your knee pain when you're walking downhill. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so you never miss another one of our videos. All right, guys, take care.